Hello everybody, I'm Menelaos Hatziandreou, a portfolio manager at Bpbernstein Stockbrokers, a member of the actual JSE. Today is quite a little interesting topic that a lot of investors tend to struggle to find information, don't know where to find information. Yet it is very easy, especially with today's technology. The topic here is where can you find company information, and you can basically get information about companies from a variety of sources. Thanks to today's technology, it makes it a lot easier and faster to get and find any public available information at the tip of your finger. You can get any company press release from a whole lot of different sources. Now, to discuss some of these sources are usually your first point of source would be your stockbroker, whereby you should be able to access their internet web page or even speak to them directly. The internet is the greatest source of information. You can find information on companies through the newspaper, through financial magazines, the actual company website of the company that you're looking at. There's always information on TV, radio. There is the Stock Exchange Handbook that is available as well, with snapshots of the companies. You can phone the company directly as well for information. Usually those are the public companies that you can phone directly. There are mobile applications, social media that you can follow. The actual JSE has a lot of times presentations that they present with companies. There's one of your best sources, obviously, Sense, to find news, the latest news. That is one of the fastest ways to find any announcements the company does. And then some companies also do road shows. Just to go into a little bit more depth, we're going to discuss each source. Your stockbroker usually you could go to their website. You can always see on the website information of the markets depending on what they offer, obviously, on their website. Another great source would be also the actual JSE website. I will show you later a little bit how it looks. Otherwise, you can always phone your stockbroker and they should be able to answer any questions, investment questions you have on a company. Great source, as we said before, is the actual internet. You can Google any company, go to the company website. Otherwise, there are different websites that you can visit, especially for South African stocks, which is usually your fin24.co.za, sharenet.co.za. Bloomberg also does local and international shares, and then moneyweb.co.za, whereby you can also find Sense on these websites and follow the actual Sense, which is usually a 15-minute delay. If I just go and show you now how these different sites sort of work very briefly, we'll just present to you. When you go to your internet page, you obviously will type in what you're searching for, depending where you're searching for. So, for instance, JSE would be www.jsc.co.za. On the actual JSE, as you can see in front of you, this is the site where you could go into individual investors, and within individual investors, it already starts giving you a whole lot of examples. In front of you, you'll see the JSE top 40 shares. It will give you information on ETFs, indices, bonds, and etc. There's a graph on the side of British American Tobacco, how it's performed since September 2013. From there, you'll be able to also look in more depth for the last 5 years, maybe the last 3 months, and change the actual share graph. Always a good indication of see how the share has done over a couple of years or months, and yet a whole lot of other information. Yeah, again, as I said, your stockbroker's website, also a great source of information, depending also what they offer on their site. For instance, the Bpbernstein's website, you get a lot of information. We have the educational page, which actually helps you with any questions you have of what is a stock, what is a rights offer, rights issue, as well as the different products they offer. Where they have financial headlines that they update every 15 minutes. So you could always pick up there. That's international as well as local. And then on the right, you'll be able to see also some prices as well. For instance, the Rand, the gold price, the JSE gold index, as well as the spot platinum price. Your other sites where I had mentioned as well is ShareNet, a great source of information as well. On ShareNet, you actually have a quick search there where you usually type in your share code, and that will call up the company you're looking for. But on a quick search as well, you'll be able to see the JSE overall, what they're doing, the top 40, the FTSE, gold, silver, and all that sort of information. You'll be able to quickly see at a glance the top 10 major moves up and down. Yet again, you also have some share chat on the side, latest consensus, and so on. Quite a bit of news also on the side there. For instance, let me show you. You can always search for a company. You don't know the full name. Say who you're looking for. Let's take, for example, Sasol. Sasol's share code is SOL. You would type in SOL, and that immediately would call up everything that has to do with SOL. If you don't know the actual share code, you could always type in the first letter, and that will bring anything with an S. You'll see there's a whole lot of warrants and installments as well that are available, but you would look for the full name. Sasol Limited, SOL is the code, and that is the actual share. You would click on that, and there you would find all information for the day. It shows you the actual closing price, the opening price, the highs, the lows, the volumes, the PE of the company, the average move of the day, as well. If you go further down, quick snapshot of what the company is all about, next results, when are they coming out, annual general meetings, any SENS announcements the company has done. SENS obviously standing for the stock exchange news system. And then you also have some share history as well at the bottom, where you can see what the share has done over the past couple of days. Another source again, here is your MoneyWeb, another great source of information, a lot of interesting articles all the time. The great thing here is that you can also see the SENS, a very nice SENS application that they've got here. Basically, you click on your SENS. This will give you the SENS for the day. You would click on the SENS that would interest you, for instance, RayNet net asset value, and as soon as you click on that, that would immediately open and give you the SENS announcement the company presented. You could go back as well and search on the actual company as well as for dates. So you could say, I'm looking for RayNet's invest census, and you could go back for a couple of years, to the following year, 2, 3, 4 years, select the dates till, say, today, and you would do a search, and that would bring up all of RayNet's SENS announcements for the dates that you have specified. FinWeek is another great source as well of information, very quick with a lot of news that comes out that affect the market, a lot of company news. On the top, you'd get your quick prices of the rand, dollar, your exchanges, as well as some commodity prices. You would move to the right, which says company snapshot. There again, you would type in a company, say First Rand Bank, FSR. It really brings a drop down, and you go FSR. There's the pref share and the normal share, and you would say search. And yet again, this would also give you information just like MoneyWeb and ShareNet. Again, it will give you how the share has performed for the day, its closing price, its peers in the sector, as well what the other banks have obviously done. Again, gives you the latest news on the company, and so on. You could find quite a bit of information there. Other international sites of your Bloomberg, and the other sites that you can go directly to is usually find company information, as we said, is directly to the company you're looking for. For example, Sasol. You would Google Sasol, the Sasol page would come up, and there's always something called like investors page, investor center, which you could always click on there, and that would take you on an overview of what Sasol is. You would find the financial reports, presentations, calendars, SENS, anything and everything to do with the company that's publicly available will be on their actual website. Going back to our presentation and carrying on with that, I think we've discussed it quite in depth, the internet and how you can search for information. The other sources would be your newspapers. Newspapers publish every day the previous day's closing prices and performance of shares. That would be your Business Day, your Star, Citizen, Financial Times. Any form of newspaper tends to always have a financial section, whereby you'll be able to pick up on the following day's business news as well as what the market has done. You also have a lot of financial magazines out there that are published on a regular basis, usually weekly or monthly, that you can also subscribe, and in depth you can actually go, if there's a sector that you're interested, for instance engineering, you could actually go and subscribe for Engineering Weekly, which is a magazine that specializes mostly in your engineering sector. If you're in farming, you could register for Farmers Weekly. Yet again, you could get the more popular ones like Fin24, which generally talk about South African markets and a whole lot of different sectors right around. Yeah, another source, again, a popular one here is your TV. There's a lot of TV channels you can follow. CNBC is a great one. CNBC Africa, you've got your Business Day Live TV as well. Bloomberg TV for international news, and CNBC, SABC3 has also a business news report, usually at 12 o'clock. There is endless amount of TV channels that give you information on markets, depending also on what markets you're looking for. But generally on the South African one, you would look at SABC, Business Day Live, and CNBC Africa. You also have the company website that I said that you could always go to, as I showed you the Sasol site, whereby you click on Investor Center, and there you'll have all information pertaining to that specific company. Every day you have also different business news on radio. Some of the most popular business news that you will find on radio is SAFM, Radio 702, as well as Classic FM, have great business news, especially at the end, at the day's close, when the JSE closes after 5 o'clock. You will find that they have at different times obviously discussions with different CEOs of what happened on that day on the market. And then another great source of information you can get, this is a bit old information, but can give you a quick snapshot of what the company has done and where it's been. A bit of news, a bit of its chart and graph is your stock exchange handbook, which is printed every quarter. The news in it is a little bit old yet, because it is printed only every quarter, but you can have a quick look through the book just to understand a little bit more about the company you're looking for, where you can also find its short name, its share code as well, which will assist you in finding it on the internet, with company information as telephone numbers, secretarial numbers, who are the CEOs, what has it previously done, a bit of financial information as well. The other source, just to go back to your company websites, I just want to say that on the company website you will find all the information you're looking for, from any articles that have been in newspapers, usually you'll find there, as well any financials that you're looking for. Yeah, the source of information again is you can phone the actual company directly. There you can actually obtain the number of the secretary of the company or any individual that you maybe are looking for to speak to, and their numbers are usually available either on the website or on the stock exchange handbook. You will have a number to contact the company. Any public companies will have this published, and as an investor in the company, you have the right to phone and question anything you are looking for. Yet again, you have a lot of applications, mobile applications you can have on your phone. Bloomberg was one of them. ShareNet has a number of applications. You can actually build on the internet as well on your phone watch lists to follow certain shares. You could follow your actual portfolio. The opportunities are endless on mobile and internet applications. The social media side, we have social media. You can follow a lot of not only the companies, but you could also follow traders, investors, portfolio managers, companies. For instance, Twitter. Sometimes I post a few trading recommendations, or you could always find me on tag Menelaos Hatziandreou. There you'll see posts on certain trades that maybe we're getting into or that we find attractive. Yet you'll have to search what you're interested in and who you would like to follow. A lot of companies have Facebook pages. Follow them on Facebook, as well as LinkedIn, giving you information on companies as well, and any news coming from there. The JSE has regular presentations as well. Those are usually sponsored events where companies actually come out and discuss about, well, try to sell themselves to the investor and give you reasons of why you should invest in them. Always quite interesting, and you also get interaction with the actual, usually it's a CEO that will come and do the presentation, or financial director, where you can actually ask direct questions as well. The other one is the road show. Some companies go out there and do actual road shows. Not very often, but if there is a company that does, they usually advertise it where you can always go. Again, they try, as JSE presentation is, they try to sell the company to the investor, and again, you'll have access to the financial director or CEO or so, whoever's doing the presentation, and they'll be able and should be able to answer any questions that you have. I hope that was informative enough. Again, as I said, your sources of information are endless. All it is a bit of time and a bit of know-how to how to use the internet and that, and you should be a-okay to find any form of information you're looking for. Thank you for joining us today, and if there's any questions, please feel free to ask.